Surprise! I'm bringing you magic tonight. Unexpected magic that you have not asked for, but I'm here. I'm here bringing it to you. Hey, Kim. So I have this collective cleansing subscription, and I've been practicing Oracle card readings for probably like a year and a half to 2 years now. And I never really do them on here. I think I did them a couple times, like randomly, but I've been bringing them to my subscription every week, and they are getting so good, and I have so much fun doing them. And it's such a witchy evening with the new moon, the Scorpio energy, and I'm bringing it to you. Surprise. So the two decks that I'm going to shuffle tonight are my Sacred Rebel, because I've been feeling into my rebelliousness, and Vision Quest Tarot. So I'm just going to drop in quick, and then we'll get going. Kim, if you have anything, hey Rach, if you guys have anything that you want, I'm going to call all of our, guides in and all the things. But if you have something that you would love guidance on or an answer to, especially live, feel free to just send the energy while I drop in and just, hold that intention. Okay. All right. Here we go. So excited to have you ladies here. Thank you for joining me. Okay, we got our first card. Okay, so we have 3 cards here. The Vision Quest is a tarot. Hey, I think your name might be Harry, or maybe you just joined quick and left. Okay, so I'm an angel. Angels attract angels, so you guys must be angels too. So I have 2 cards from the Vision Quest Tarot. It's a tarot deck, but it's like a Native American tarot deck. So powerful. The first time I ever did a reading, I got like full body chills. So what do I want to read first? I think I'm going to do the Vision Quest first. So let's see these cards. Okay. So the first one is the 2 of Air, which is for inner peace. Air is one of the 4 elements, if you're not familiar. Okay, so let's see what this card stands for. Two of air. Okay, so in its essence is inner peace, union, beauty, friendship, harmony, good fortune, and contentment. The inner message: you are ready to find peace by diving into the silence inside of you. This very moment reveals that the inner silence never leaves you. Even though your external being changes and renews itself constantly, the silent space of your inner peace remains unaffected. You just have to remember this space and it opens up for you. So even before I read the second half of this, what's coming to me, this is what's so beautiful about oracle readings. I read, but then I get like intuitive downloads and then I share. And so it's like a combination of everything. So what just came to me is what I've learned about what's called our central channel. Our central channel runs from the base of our skull to the base of our spine. And it is like, it almost is like our essence. At our essence, we have this central channel of light. And it's calm. It's peaceful. That's how our essence is. And so then when I was in my breathwork program, my mentor, Samantha Skelly, amazing woman, follow her on Pause Breathwork or Samantha Skelly at Samantha Skelly on Insta. So she talked about, she gave this visual and it was so profound for me. And that's why I want to share it with you, of the central channel of us sitting there, you know, kind of just tuning in. And it's like, can you differentiate the difference between your essence and the calm and peace of your central channel and then all the fucking chaos surrounding it? The thoughts, the feelings, the emotions, all the interference. Like our central channel is this channel of peace and calm and contentment and groundedness and you know, it's just... it's like that Zen state. And then there's like the swirling chaos of everyday life. And the beauty of breath work is that you can really come back to like this piece of your central channel. So, hey, Tanya, thank you so much for joining. Oh, Rach, you were thinking about the central channel too. So cool. Same frequency. Okay, so that was the inner message. The outward manifestation is, it is now possible to finally put a difficult situation to rest. Seize this opportunity. Prolonging the conflict won't solve it. Go for a loving settlement instead. Your newfound inner harmony causes outer circumstances to find their way of settling, and much more peacefully and beautifully than you could have contrived. And so that, a few things came for that. It's like, my truth is, what I've really learned on this healing journey, whatever you want to call it, spiritual journey, it's like our external world mirrors our internal world. And I really started to get a picture of this when I was a community nurse. And I would experiment. I'm an energetic experimenter. Everything is energy. And it's so interesting to like, when you realize this and then you're like, okay, I'm going to switch it up. And then you see the difference in the the external environment based on how your energy is. So the best example I can give you of that is like, I would get so anxious. Like I had a home computer. I had all these appointments I had to make at home. I would wake up, I'd schedule all these appointments. Then I'd always be late because I was procrastinating because I didn't really want to go do this, you know, and I would just constantly be running late. And so, I would be like all flustered and it's like just all emotionally, you know, like bound up, chaotic. And my day would go like a roller coaster, just a roller coaster based on how I was feeling. And then I started to I'm like, okay, let me play with this. So then I would like ground myself. I'd feel really calm. You know, I'd be like, okay, it's okay that I'm late. Like I wouldn't project onto my patients that they gave a shit, because that's what I realized I was doing. And that when they're sitting at home anyway, you know what I mean? So a couple minutes late, no big deal. I was the one making a big deal out of it inside. It was like creating all this chaos. And so then I would go from a grounded place and I'd go to work and my day would be smooth as molasses. Like seriously, it was like, it literally is. So your internal environment, your energy, your thoughts, your emotions, it is creating how the external world interacts with you. And there's a million different examples I could give aside from that, but if this resonates for you at all, play with this. Play with this in your life. Play with changing a thought. Play with changing a feeling and seeing if you can elicit a different response from your external environment. It freaking empowers you when you realize that you can do this and then you start getting results. So when your central channel, when you're tapped into your central channel and you're calm and you're peaceful and you're connected to your essence, imagine how the external environment is a mirror of that. When you're all wrapped up in the chaos and the emotions and all the things that are swirling around your central channel, imagine how your external environment is a reflection of that. Okay. And the other thing that came through is, it said it's possible to finally put a difficult situation to rest, seize the opportunity. So this new moons are a time of manifestation. And, this season, Scorpio, death and rebirth. Scorpio is like the sign of death and rebirth. This is the season of grief. If we really culminate all these energies together, we get to put things to bed, put aspects of ourselves or our previous identities or our lives or whatever relationships to bed, seize the day and create what we want in the future. We get to start manifesting with this energy and picturing ourselves as our life as what we want, or ourselves as the version of ourselves that we want, and all these things. So seize this opportunity. This is a great time to journal about what you're calling in, to visualize what you're calling in, to really tune into a feeling, the frequency that you're calling in. I'm so glad this is landing for you, Rach. So that's the first card. There's two more. Okay, so the next card from this Vision Quest Tarot is Chaos. Which I just chuckled when I saw this earlier because we're in fucking chaos in this world. You watch mainstream media or tune into anything mainstream, I'd probably kill myself if I did that on a regular basis, because it just makes you feel like everything's chaos. Or at least that's how it is for me. I don't want to project that onto you. Okay, wait. So this is 16. Tapping back into my Roman numeral knowledge here. Okay, cool. So chaos in its essence. Exactly. Find the peace in the chaos. We can already pull that out. In its essence, upheaval, stone, abrupt change, shedding of old values, concepts, ideas, concerns, breaking away from restrictions, walls tumbling within and without. Okay, so the inner message is, whether you want to or not, chaos will liberate you from the narrow confines that kept you safe but bound. Revolting against these fateful forces will only intensify your pain. Or resisting these fateful forces will only intensify and prolong your pain. Little Carly note. Go with the flow instead of resisting it. The less you struggle, the easier these necessary changes will become. Test the forces of upheaval. Test the internal and possibly external chaos that shakes up your life. Dude, it's saying exactly what I said. I told you this is magic. Once the storm has passed, you will feel more free, awake, and open. Remember, stars are born out of chaos. We only fear this power because we cannot control it. In reality, chaos is the raw material of transformation. Yes, yes, yes. That's why I keep saying we are in such a historical time right now. This chaos is so uncomfortable. It's so overwhelming. It's so fucking dark, you know? But everything's burning down. And so what does that mean? Like the things that are going to come from this time are freaking epic. They're epic things already, and we don't even know what they are. Like, it's so amazing. Like, you know, even when they like, I don't know the right words to use, but you know, sometimes they'll like burn forests down or burn like certain trees down because like the ash and with fungi and everything, it creates like new growth, you know? We're like everything, we're not even burning it down. It's just fucking burning down because it's been unsustainable to begin with, you know? And we're all just like, have a fucking front row seat to this. And I feel like this card, maybe I should have read this card first, but it's like definitely saying like, you know, we have our central channel of inner peace. How often can we make time to tap into that inner peace and not get sucked into this chaos? But also, can we embrace this chaos? Can we stop fearing this chaos? Can we stop resisting this chaos? Because if we allow ourselves to just be here in this moment with this chaos, the transformation, the personal transformation that will come from this will blow our freaking minds. I was watching a burning American flag on TV. Oh, that's cool. Okay, so the outward manifestation, everything is up in the air. Inner inhibitions and outer restrictions collapse without warning. A higher power blasts away your self-imposed mental and perhaps even tangible prison walls. This may relate to a work situation that is no longer suitable for you, take the form of a sudden change of address or a partnership, one you hang on to like a bad habit. If that is the case, be honest with yourself. All old crutches eventually break. Throw them away willingly. This apparently negative and fearsome upheaval is making room for new and better things. Understand that everything is for your greater good. Let the shit go. Let the dead shit go. The stuff that is not serving you. Grieve it and let it go. It's scary that it's changing. It's scary that you're going to change. But the more you grasp on to these old relationships, these relationships that you feel, the resonance that you can feel in your body. Like if we all just lived our lives from a resonance that we could feel in our body. I resonate with this. This lights me up, or I feel constricted. Like, think about any relationship that makes you feel constricted. It's no longer serving you. Think about anything in your life that makes you feel constricted. It's no longer serving you. Go for the things that light you up. You deserve it. Grieve the old. Let go of the old. Let this change come in. Let these things burn down and just stop resisting. So cool. This is such a perfect message for the time. And we're in this manifestation energy where we get to call in the new stuff that we are seeking. Whole week grieving. Me too, dude. Me too. Whole week. If you'll notice, I haven't been as visual or visible on here because I'm in a process, you know, and that's fine. It's fine. We got to embrace our own process. Okay, so this last card is from the Sacred Rebels deck. These can get a little long-winded, but they're very powerful. And this one is 15, Big Bold Vision. These cards are so gorgeous. This basically looks like a Egyptian pharaoh, and it has a bee on the third eye and what is it called? I don't want to say beetle. I feel like it's something else. Rach, can you help me out? What is that? Is that a beetle or is that something else on the throat chakra? I feel like there's another name for it. Okay. Let's see what this card has to say. Here we go. You were not born to play a small role in life. You have the ability to dream big. Even if you have absolutely no idea about how your visions can come to pass or what all the details may look like, you can access the heart and the guts of a vision by tapping into your wildest dreams and surrendering attachment to exactly how it will all work out. The details are up to the creative genius of the universe. You are an active, contributing participant, but not the sole player in your life journey. Scarab, yes. Yes. Air high five, Insta high five. There is something, a vision or an idea that is coming to you. You may worry that it is too much for you, but don't worry. It is meant to be yours. Although you might have some adjustments to make and some tweaking to do as you let go of your limited thinking and open up to a fearless acceptance of bigger, brighter, more radical, and more potent possibilities of creatively living your light in the world. A sign that you are cracking out of your limited thinking to allow for a big, bold vision to come to you is that you might feel a little dizzy with the shrinking limitations and expanding possibilities of life. You may wonder if you are allowed to access so much wonder, or if you're deserving enough to access. That can stop a lot of people. Remember that in your healing and growing success as you manifest this big vision, you can touch the hearts of others through your presence, your inner work, your art, and your choices. It is a win-win situation. Those that are meant to live big, bold, and visionary lives need to give themselves permission to break the mold and forge newer, more expansive perspectives of what is possible, what is permitted, and what is of service. It's about letting go and opening up. Others will benefit from this. Even though it is your vision, it is not just about you. You are being asked to remember that when something is right for you, endless synchronicities and support will flow your way at the right time and in the right way. Stay open, receptive, playful, and surrendered. This oracle brings you a message. You are about to receive or be invited to become part of a grand visionary beginning. It has the makings of something fantastic. No matter how the journey that brings this vision into reality unfolds, and there will be some twists and turns that you don't see coming, it is still helpful for you to be open to it. Trust your heart, be still with your choices, and when the time feels right and truthful, leap. Only you know with your feeling when it's right. Sometimes we try to rush this process like, oh God, can this happen? I just want this to happen. I just want this to happen. We have to trust our process. We have to trust our system, our internal guidance system, our nervous system. We have to trust more instead of putting all this pressure on ourselves and putting ourselves into that lack, that need. It needs to happen at a certain time. We have to try and find trust. We have to try to get out of need, find safety in our nervous systems, and access trust. I already read that. Trust your heart, be still with your choices, and when the time feels right and truthful, leap. I just want to read that one more time. This oracle brings a message for those who would like to further develop their intuitive sight. It is already happening. Trust in what you perceive, even if it conflicts with what everyone else around you is saying or the surface of things. Trust your inner perceptions. They are accurate and will be proven to be so later on. The healing process below will help you with this also. Most of us have been conditioned as young children to ignore our intuition, to not trust our inner feelings. It's just how the society operates. So when you're trained like that from a young child, you constantly doubt yourself. You constantly find ways to make yourself wrong if you're not fitting the mainstream narrative. And that is the unlearning process that we have to go through on this healing journey. We have to unlearn these bullshit programs, and we have to learn how to trust ourselves again. Our internal guidance system. We each have a completely unique, individual, internal guidance system, and that is the beauty of us as humans. We were never made to fucking come here and all fit in the same little box. That is boring as fuck. By the way, I started cursing more and it's really liberating, so thank you for holding space. Okay, almost done. This oracle brings a general message of positive energy. Trust that things will be coming up roses for you. Even if everything seems to be in a bit of shambles right now, it's really just the essential mess before a truly spectacular success. Exactly. This ties in exactly with the chaos card. I'm just going to read this again. Even if everything seems to be in a bit of shambles or chaos, I'm going to add chaos right now. It's really just the essential mess before a truly spectacular success. And you know what it just made me think of? So hey, thanks, Dre. Thanks so much for joining. I'm glad it's resonating. So when I clean, and this has been since I was like a little kid, first of all, I'm always like up until ridiculous hours of the night cleaning. Like even as a little girl, I would be up until like 2:00 in the morning because I would have to it's like I needed to organize every little thing. Like I'm like so all or nothing. But something that I always notice about myself is that in order to clean, like the massive chaos has to occur first. Like I have to take everything out, everything's on the floor, everything's everywhere. And from that chaos is like when I get my cleanest thing, like my cleanest space. So I think that's so funny and just such a perfect correlation with this. Like death, chaos has to come before rebirth. Or chaos comes before transformation, death comes before rebirth. We have these negative connotations, again, programs, these negative connotations for grief, for anger, for death, for chaos, when they're just opening up the door for brand new things to come in, for us to choose, for us to get, like, this is the time, this is literally the time where you get to audit your life, okay? Audit everything that makes you feel constricted when you think about it and start figuring out what you want to bring in, things that light you up. You get to audit your life and decide what you want it to look like, and you get to create that. And this is the perfect time in the world for that. Okay, I'm so glad it's resonating, Rach. Thank you for being here. And yeah, I'm complete. I have so much coming. I'm creating so much magic behind the scenes. I'm, in my little grieving process, but the death, I think, the grief is starting to feel like it's coming to an end, and I'm starting to feel more energized, and I'm really excited to show you all what I have coming, so stay tuned. Thank you so much for, if you watch the replay, feel free to throw comments in. I'd love to hear what you thought about this. If this resonated, like anything that's coming up for you, please feel free to share it so that other people can see, and maybe we can get some conversation going back and forth. I love you as a community. I'm so grateful you're here with me, and I'd love you to find connections. Something that I've really found with people that I follow and spend a lot of time on their site is that I can find like-minded people, and I can form we can build a community together. So I'm so here for that, and just know the world is our oyster. I love you. I hope you're so well. Please always feel free to reach out if you feel like you're struggling or anything like that. And I love you too, Rach. And I will see you so soon. Bye.